in, and here we go. So on the left side we have Freyon, that's Freyon's Y on the fight gate, and then on the right side we have Hidden Quantify. It seems that we have Akuma and Spider-Man kicking up the fight with the first attack on Spider-Man. Let's see if he can pick up an advantage. Definitely, it's a game where attacks truly hurt. Spider-Man has really painful combos and he has some damage in his supers, while Akuma can generate quite a bit of pressure. Both characters, and actually pretty much all characters in the game, have excellent throws, and there we see a punish into attack. If you're looking at the health bars of the characters, you can see that the health is regenerating, that's the red bar. Especially if you happen to tag out a character, you'll be able to regenerate quite a bit of health. And in comes Wolverine. Now Hulk's super there looks to hit ground mostly, but the attack is actually super tall. So when he does his meter move, it's pretty easy to hit airborne characters. We are still pretty even for the first round, for the first match, for the first fight. Both guys down by half, and Spider-Man getting punished there, but no follow-up, instead a throw. Just in time to switch out Spider-Man. And using a little bit of meter here will definitely give you a little bit of time to regenerate some of that Spider-Man health. He's down just a little bit, and Akuma and Freya doing a good job of using his meter. No hit confirms there, so didn't connect. Spider-Man is back at full health, almost. Time to switch up Hulk or he's gonna be lost. Pity him is not gonna charge it up. So let's wait for that tag. And like I was saying, it's pretty easy to hit the airborne characters, and you saw it right there. And same against a jumping character there. Not done yet. Akuma putting up a good showing. One throw from Spider-Man is more than enough to finish this. Splash damage is a thing, and I think it's just a couple of fireballs, but the Spider-Man's alternate, the super move there, it's rather easy to connect when you are not blocking. So there's quite a bit of control for that super move, and it's a very painful super. So UQ picking up the one up there, heading into the second round of the first match of the best of 3. That is going to be too close to call. First match was very close. So let's see if the second match... I think Freyon will have an idea on how to actually give out a little bit of more pressure against the Hulk. But I wonder if he has a clear answer for the Spider-Man here. Spider-Man seemed to be the problem in the beginning. Difficult to punish that. But close-up Spider-Man is a beast, that's a 5-hit combo. Following up, dashing into the air, you have to be really fast with that combo follow-up. If you're not in the air immediately after the launch, you're not gonna get a hit in, since the characters can air block. And while you're falling down, you can already recover from the hit without actually doing anything, and you can convert that into a block. Nice cross up there, and again getting to the back, and the punish for that slam. Both players utilizing the meter. Wouldn't say that they're utilizing it super effectively, but at least they are doing all that they can for it. Spider Sting being the regular anti-air for Spider-Man, just dealing Wrath of the Dragon Punch. If you hit that web, you need to be pretty close in order to actually do some damage from there, so it's not like a... if you think of Mortal Kombat, it's not a Sub-Zero move where you have all the time in the world to actually hit the other guy after you get the freeze in. And the Spider-Man super doing work there. So I think I called it correctly. Freya needs to find an answer to use Spider-Man. And that Spider Sting was punished pretty harshly. Gamma Wave taking home the second win, so that's first match done. UQ up by 1, and we'll need to do another win in order to pick up the whole game. Let's see where we are at the point game. Yep, and as Video Couple pointed out, that's actually 2-0. We are done with that. Let's update the brackets for a moment. Challenge is not actually using AWS, so AWS outages are not affecting us today, or maybe they are done with the outages. Looking at the brackets, Yuki is moving up, facing Muku in the third game, and I'm next facing Ninlia. Let's see if I can bring it home with my Rue and Spider-Man play. My Spider-Man play isn't as combo effective as Yuki's is, but maybe you'll see the difference in the way me and Ninlia both play our respective Rues. There's a difference in style there. Challenging, and here we go. As it is a super fast paced game, it's gonna be difficult for me to keep talking while I'm playing it, so I'm gonna call it a little bit of a quiet time here. That's my team logged in. And UQ for clarity, different colors, with the suspended Cyclops here. Let's get ready to rumble, huh? That's a bad move. Bit of lag here, but nothing terrible, still playable. Let's get spotting. Man, my Spider-Man stings. Tried to jump over that, didn't work. Obviously didn't work. Ah, too slow. Way too slow. And as you see, the rounds continue immediately on loss of character. Quite a popular in quite a few fighting games. I always have an issue with that. I try to tend to wait for the round over, regenerate health, and next round thing, but that's pretty much an excuse. And like I pointed out at the beginning, I was expecting to move into the losers bracket pretty much immediately. So, not a surprising result here. Let's see if I do better in the second round. What I need to do is I need to bring in more action and I need to bring in a little bit more offense. Cyclops is a rather defensive character, so I should be able to pressure him a little bit more. Nice air block there. Definitely nice air block. Not from my side though. Oh, fireball there. That stings. Web crawling action or wall crawling action didn't work. Spider-Man can cling the walls and can jump really high. Oh, look at that. Nice. Couldn't connect. Let's see if we got fighting. No, couldn't connect. Couldn't have power in that super. This one blocks and couldn't bring damage in. And that's it. That's all she wrote. A bit of a disappointing result. It seems that Ninja has been practicing quite heavily for this game. Happy to see him do well here. Please don't die, yeah. Very, very comforting. And Lord Tuskis is here with us in the chat. Welcome, Lord Tuskis. No, yeah, it's definitely Marvel time. I wonder though, for all the banners at Evo saying when's Marvel, this is probably not the game that they are looking for. I would expect it to be something else. But who knows? Maybe there's a huge fan base for Marvel superheroes or Street Fighter, regardless. With Ninja moving up, he'll be fighting in the sixth match against the winner of this match. I'll be facing Crayons, Akuma, and Wolverine team in the losers bracket. Mukku versus Yukio is gonna be next Yuku with a win under his belt, and Mukku the bye under his belt, Mukku being the winner of last tournament. It's basically that's just down to dumb luck, but he does get a bye. Well, deserving since he won the last tournament. So we're gonna see some Shumagoroth and Omega Red against Hulk versus Spider-Man. And I hope that they are back and ready to play shortly. Mukku is here, he's live. And Yukio is actually also live on the Fightcade, so we should have the match starting shortly. Yeah, there we go. Both are now looking to play. So as soon as the spectator mode is available, I'll be joining the game, and well, we'll all be joining the game. 3, 2, 1. No, still waiting. Actually, no. Called it. Here we go. Let's pick up the game feed and let's get ready to rejoin the action. Shumagoroth and the very cute pink Shumagoroth is a beast here, but so is Omega Red. Shumagoroth is an interesting character. He's pretty much fighting close up throughout the match, and he can do huge amounts of damage, but you have to basically let him do the damage. If you bring enough pressure and you know how to damage Shumagoroth, he is a character that you can fight against. Omega Red has, well, what I would call all sorts of bullshit with his extending arms and legs. He can whip out his tentacles pretty much willy-nilly. You see some air dashing there. And a nice 4-hit combo, followed by another Omega Strike. Omega Red doesn't really have to commit to anything, he can just retract all of his moves, or many of his moves. Spiders over there. Almost even with that super. Let's see if Hulk is gonna be fighting a Shumagoroth. Spider can't take too many hits. Especially Shumagoroth's meter moves, they are very, very painful. Especially the Chaos Dimension move. That hurts. So Hulk comes out, no switch there, and now we have a full strength, full health Shumagoroth. Mukku thinking Omega Red is the better choice, then maybe he can do more consecutive hits. Hulk has armor on his moves, and he has armor on most of his moves, even normal, so you're gonna need to hit 2 hits, 3 hits combos, what have you. But just getting a single tapping, you are gonna do the damage, but you are not gonna do a lot of it, and the attack is still gonna continue. Solid assist from Shuma, and then getting the tag in, and now Hulk is in a bit of trouble. Big damage going out, let's see what Shumagoroth can bring. It should be just one command grab, and that's all she wrote. Shumagoroth showing out its options in the air. You don't have to do a regular attack, you can slam down if you want. Hulk actually doing a lot of work for Yuku here. So previously his Spider-Man was very strong, and now he's doing super solidly on his Hulk. Let's see what happens over time. Shumagoroth had a lot of meter. And that's it. Chaos Dimension, and it's gonna do almost a quarter of a meter of damage. So basically, you know, that wasn't nearly needed. It's one of those moves in the game which has a level 3 unblockable version. So not all characters in this game have unblockable supers, but Shumagoroth is one of them that do. We are not going to be seeing any of the super weak characters, or characters that are considered low tier for today's match. Pretty much all the characters are very viable. I've just been told that Shumagoroth is one of the more difficult characters to fight. Omega Red closing the distance well there and doing what he needs to do, basically hit combos against Hulk. And Hulk took a surprising amount of damage there very fast. Maybe Yuki is one of these players who play better when they are at low health. He seemed to do very well there just a moment ago, even though he didn't have much health left. And now Spider-Man facing some pressure. Spider-Man blocking and not taking all that much damage has given Hulk more than enough time to regenerate half of that damage. So after the dismal start, Yukio has been able to even it out a little bit. The Omega Red being the real problem here. Spider-Man has a problem closing in against Omega Red, so Omega Red has been able to zone out Spider-Man pretty well. Power time, let's see if he can do better. He has got some charging moves, he has got the armor, and he's got huge air moves. Also a pretty usable anti-air, which we show right there, and again here. Hitting the air character with the super again, but air blocking. Easy to transfer into an air block in this game. And the big gamma charge missing, unfortunate. Spider-Man has to try time for Hulk to regenerate again. It worked just now. Let's see if we can keep it up. That's not gonna connect. Omega Red is blocking. Spider-Man is gonna go down next hit. Promise you. Yeah. Omega Destroy. It's got huge range. It can hit you half across the screen, so you have to be blocking it. It's pretty fast to come out as well. Previously, Mukko had a little bit of an issue with Hulk on his Shumagorath, so let's see. It might not be over, but we have 10 seconds left. Timeouts are a real problem in this game. It's very easy to get timed out, and as it looks, well, no need. Chaos Dimension connects, and that's enough for the match. Would have been a timeout, but Mukko would have won the timeout even without that Chaos Dimension. Happy to see it end with an actual move instead of just dying out the time. Match number 4 is coming up, and match number 4 is me fighting against Freyon with his Akuma and Wolverine team. So let's go ahead and challenge Freyon straight away. Let's go. Let's get to the challenge. It's accepted, and let's pick up the game. So, time to bring in a little bit of pressure, I hope. Let's see if I can actually get close up and do the damage I want to do. And the same deal applies here as the last game. Probably not gonna have enough time to talk. Akuma is a solid fireball character though. Too slow. What a flip. What a flip. Such a shame when that happens. Didn't get up to me to move there. Wasted, but I hope we do spam. Fireball's not gonna help him there. And my spider sting is super slow today. Not low enough for that to hurt. Okay, shouldn't have jumped there. I have a bad habit of jumping when it's pretty obvious that it's gonna be easy to punish. Not so much for Freyon there. Problem for me, but not for him. Ha! Read out that. not enough. Masa to go, hello. Close. I'm actually pretty happy about that round. Felt rather good in the end, and I got some air combos in the end of it. That felt good. Spider-Man air combos feel good and they hurt hard. So, pretty satisfying gameplay there, and it was pretty close. Let's see if I can actually get a round in this time. Would be nice. Oh, spiders didn't let's get rid of this. A lot of pressure. Quite a bit of pressure now. Yeah, okay, that's too much. Rain looking not to give me the satisfaction of actually getting around in. At least I got Karka down. No continuation there. Unhappy about that. Okay. I would have expected that to connect. It didn't. Yeah, that big Shoryuken is a waste of effort. Oh, and he jumped into it and blocked. What a good play, what a good read. Yeah, can't block that. All 15 hits straight in the face. It wasn't even a block. Can I take that? Yeah. Can I actually do anything about it? No. Is that enough? It's not. KO. Got it. Yeah, a little bit of pressure. But we actually kind of stopped there, read the situation out, started considering what's gonna happen, and I came out on top, so super close here. At least it's not a complete blowout. So that always feels nice. These guys are pretty experienced and good at these games, so I'm pretty happy to actually get rounds in. I did well against this point Mario, so let's see if I can bring that in the second time. Yeah, okay, not like that. Definitely not like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, you can go to a low too, but not to Spider Sting. And I should be able to push block. Oh, it's such a long attack. Push blocking being a thing in this game. Huh? Punished for my insolence. So is he. People had a can, but he got cooked down. Okay, that's weird. Unfortunately, he walked right into it. That must have been a little bit bad. Spidey, show him what you got. Yeah, not much. Too slow. Way too slow. Such a pity. We'll go red stop. And that's that. Got it. Lucky he jumped into a fireball there. Just an air block would have been enough. But Freya wanted to bring in the damage. Wanted to bring in the pressure. And the air fireball is a good tool for that. Spider-Man has a immediate punish against it. Thanks for the compliments, Spider. Crackle going nice. Yeah, it was a good match, and it was a very close match. Felt nice. Lumiyama, happy to have you in the chat. One of the regulars from our Discord community. Pleased to have you here. So let's take a look at the updated brackets. I am moving up against Yukio, and seeing as the sixth match is on the winner's path, it's actually me against Yukio immediately. And since he's online, let's throw out the challenge. And let's see the Spider-Man Hulk team. I've got some tools against the Hulk, I hope, especially on my Rue, but I'm pretty sure that his Spider-Man play is superior. I was able to land a few air combos there just now, so it's not a given. Yukio though is a very strong player. You can do the same thing against him 3 times, maybe twice, if you're lucky. The difference between him and me is that he can actually do quite a bit of Spider-Man pressure. That's a nice 6-hit air combo. Yeah, not like that. Definitely not like that. Let's not do that again ever, I think. Yeah, can't combo into that Maximus Spider, sure, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's scary. That's really scary. Uh-huh, that connected. I wonder what the hitbox is like. Yeah, I was gonna jump, so my fault for sure. Couldn't get the meter move out. They are good. Yeah, sorry about that. Just felt like the right thing to do. Couldn't give up. I thought I had the super there. Might have been a punish. That's my thing, where I kinda stopped playing after the first round. That hurts. Man, that hurts. Yukio being very solid here. Had he started with his Hulk, maybe I'd have a better chance, but the Spider-Man he brings into the game is really strong. Maybe I should learn to push block against him. That's a nice button to press. It's just, you know, do that and you get a push block, but it's not that easy when the opponent is as fast as you, Spider-Man is. Fast on the aircraft. Uh-oh. Three. A nice combo to 6 hits. Yukio has been practicing that since. I don't have an immediate follow-up for any of the webbings I get out, so you won't be seeing much damage go out from there. What's gonna happen? He did it first. I had the same idea, we both were on the wall, but he hit it first, and that's an immediate KO for me. Ready for it, he blocked. What a pity. The plan was nice, but the execution wasn't solid enough. Could have done some more damage there. Shimpu Haruken, no. Tatsumaki goes over. At least from close range. And that hits a simple Haruken. Doesn't beat a Shimpu Haruken, but I'm super low. And blocking is not a good idea. So, congrats Yukio. A very solid showing there. Hope you do well in your next match. That's gonna be the losers semi-final. So we are moving on to semi-final stages here with Mook and Nidia playing next. That's gonna be the very scary Shumakorath Omega Red team against Cyclops and Ryu. And the loser of that is gonna play Yukio with his very dangerous Spider-Man. So I wouldn't be amazed if finals feature. Well, let's just say that they're gonna feature some Marvel characters. That's for sure. Let's not call it before it's over. So we should have match 6 coming up, and match 6 is gonna be Mukku and Ninlia. Mukku is online, and I see Ninlia, he's online, but he's not looking to play, so maybe he'll just challenge his opponent from the not available. That's also a possible fight kit too. Quite a few players here online on Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter today. A lot of these guys have 0 connection bars, and they have red exclamation marks next to their connections, so maybe they are just from super far away. There are guys from Argentina of all places, so they are super far away from us, or they are playing on Wi-Fi. We are seeing some C and D ranked players, so glad to see that there's some ranked competition going on for this game. And that said, let's move on to game number 6. Mukku on the left and Ninlia, or TV:stä tuttu Ninlia on the right. Are we gonna see a green Shumagorath? That would be a break in Mukku's form. He usually plays on the pink Shumi. Yeah, that's gonna be a green Shumagorath, not pink Shumi. Let's see if Ryu here, or at least Ninja here, will actually show us how to properly play Ryu. Connecting with the first Tatsumaki, and at least a thing he's doing that I wasn't doing is air fireballs. So Ninja looking to shut down some of that Omega Red air pressure with the air fireballs. Yeah, there, and that was a good call. Omega Red had to back off after the block there. Shumagorath looking to close in, but Ryu is also a good, strong close-up contender. Hit into a super, but the super didn't connect, it didn't move forward very far. And a nice combo there. Good damage from Ryu. Omega Red now has to actually fight pretty hard since Shumagorath is down to half health. Cyclops is a pure fireball character, I would say. He's got a million variations of this Optic Blast. He's got optic blasts that are just simple projectiles, he's got beam attacks, he's got big beam attacks, and stuff that goes as an anti-air beam attack, so a lot of that. But now we are back at Ryu versus Omega Red action. Mukku has his meet up. Changes into a stance. I'm not familiar enough to know the difference between normal Shumagorath and stance Shumagorath when he's blinking and being all semi-translucent or white or whatever, but if I would have to guess, he'd do a lot more damage, right? I thought that Tatsumaki Senpyu can connect there, but it did not. Nice throw into a whiff change, and that's a big punish on that tag. Yeah, and I'm in the pressure, so a thing to watch out for is the tagging game here. You can do it as an attack, you can do it as a continuation to a combo, or you can just straight up hit your high kick and your high punch and tag in, and if the opposing player is blocking, it's gonna be damage and a lot of it. Down goes Omega, now it's Shumagorath's time to shine. Shuma getting in close. Meters full, ready for the supers. I think what Shuma wants to do is just take out Ryu and now do a Chaos Dimension against Cyclops. No, goes into a stance. 10 seconds left. It's gonna be too close to call. If no damage comes in, I think Cyclops takes it, and that's a Chaos Dimension finish. Yeah. Actually called out something. That was just a normal special move into a Chaos Dimension finish for Shumagorath. But that was close. That was very close, and let's see if TV:stä tuttu Ninja can do just a little bit better for the second game. He was doing solidly on Ryu, and if he can up his game just a little bit on Cyclops, then that's gonna be the match for him. And now we are fighting. The stage that we are fighting on is pretty cool. I think this is the Deepwater Horizon British Petroleum oil rig or something like that. Definitely very post-apocalyptic. Such a hard word to pronounce them. Finally, we see the spinny kicky thing super connect for the first time in the tournament. A lot of damage, and I think he got a full connect there, so it was close enough. And that's an anti-air with that rush, and a 4 combo from Shumagorath, really doing some heavy damage. Wasn't even chip there, I think that's just not true. Yeah, stance into the Chaos Dimension doing almost quarter of meter of damage. So that's a lot of damage. And I think this is something that Muku has been practicing since he did the same maneuver in the last match as well. So, something to look out when Shumakura gets his meter to full. Very scary. And that's the big Optic Blast connecting full there. And a bad tag ending with the punish, but Cyclops being low enough and Ryu being down, that's all she wrote. That's semi-finals on the winners bracket side for you. That's gonna be Mook moving up to the finals and Nilia moving down to the losers bracket. And since the final is match number 8 and we already completed match number 6, the next match is gonna be Nilia again facing UQ drop the tournament. So that's gonna be Nilia, Cyclops and Ryu versus UQ's Hulk and Spider-Man. Happy to see that the tournament has progressed smoothly this time and all the matches have started straight one after the other. So all the games have started right on time and expecting the same to continue here. We should see Nilia and UQ challenging each other pretty much immediately. Both are online on Fightgate. Just a reminder, if you want to see the matches live, not through Twitch, if you want to see it on your own plant, just go to Fightgate 2 and join the Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter channel. And if you want, you're welcome to join our Discord. Just ask for the joining link here in the chat or hit me up on Twitter and I'll be more than happy to invite you into the Karate Hub or Karate Pirtti Discord community. With that plug out of the way, it's now time for Ryu and Cyclops to face Spider-Man and Hulk. I think many of the Optic Blasts actually do several hits, so Optic Blasts should be a decent attack against Hulk. But the Spider-Man that UQ brings to the table is very offensive and very capable of comboing when he gets close. So Cyclops will optimally want to keep Spider-Man away with Optic Blasts, do a little bit of damage here and there. And that's a big anti-air connection. Cyclops is ahead. So good play there, and big Optic Blast, at least he won't die with a full meter. Punished but not heavily. Spider-Man with a ground 3 combo. No launcher and no air follow-up there. Something that UQ is very open in doing. I don't think that Hulk's I don't think that Hulk's airplay is that great, or at least UQ doesn't think it is, since he's playing mostly off the ground. Of course, some of the gamma charges launch Hulk up in the air, but we are not seeing much jumping play from him. Ryu got some solid normal hits in, even the normal hits do quite a bit of damage in this game. It's just that it's very easy to block in this game, even though it's a high speed fighting game, it's pretty easy to get into a block, and that's why we are not seeing these damage counters go down. A weird Tatsumaki Senpyuken there. I wonder if that was his intention, or maybe he tried to prevent that jump in Spidey. Now back again with the close in action. Hulk is at full health, and that big throw puts Spider-Man low, very low. Gonna be a punish, a throw punish there, and now I think chip damage is gonna do it. Same idea for Ninlia, but Spider-Man with the web actually saves the day and goes back to heal. Standing Shinpyu Hadouken, and that's a super into attack, so like we pointed out earlier, attacking in this game, it's really easy to punish you at the wrong time, and that's Cyclops down. The kick didn't reach and Shinpyu Hadouken actually wins there. Spider-Man is very low though. Let's see if Ninlia can actually hold out. He needs to hold out for 8 seconds or do just a little bit of damage. So zone play and keep out play, both important, but it's not necessary to call it a timeout. Spider-Man was under time pressure and had to attack, and Ninlia was able to utilize it to his advantage. So if you are able to keep your eye on the clock in this game, if you start pushing in at the 20-second mark instead of the 10-second mark, then your opponent is not going to be able to read it out as easily. And here we are at the LA Riots map. As you will see, the graphic styles in the backgrounds are quite different from map to map. And also, for whatever reason, the lights on the cop car are purple instead of red. Maybe it's a palette thing with the neon signs there at the top. Maybe they couldn't afford another red. Or maybe the red is reserved for the characters. But it's a weird looking Capcom nonetheless. Cyclops doing good work here. Taking Spider-Man very low. In a very short amount of time. Let's see what Hulk brings to the table. That's the first throw we see, Cyclops. And as hitting Cyclops, it's also an Optic Blast throw. So, if you take Optic Blast away from this guy, I think he'd have pretty much nothing except for weak punch or two. So, definitely a bit of a one-trick pony as far as the moveset is considered. Well, the moves are very varied and different, but they all pretty much feature Optic Blasts, even the throw does. Is it time to tag out Hulk? I would think it's time to tag out Hulk. Pretty low. Yeah, there we go. Spider-Man jumps in and gets blocked and thrown, but throw is returned. But that Hadouken isn't gonna connect. Spider-Man is done well with the meter. And misses Tatsu. That's lucky for Ninja. Spider-Man could have easily connected that, I feel. Or maybe it was too far to the side, or he wasn't on screen clearly and Yuki couldn't read the direction, because that Spider-Man Super, this one, is air controllable. Behold, Optic Blast, again. Now pretty even, but now we have 23 seconds left, so Ninja won't have the time to regenerate. Actually, he will have the time to regenerate health, but I think that Yuku will have to bring the pressure pretty much immediately. Ninja is ahead on health, and now we're gonna be at the 10-second mark, and both players are gonna know that time is running out. So now we should be seeing some extra pressure from Yuku. There we go. Just wish it had started maybe 10 seconds earlier. This is too close to goal. Spider-Man has a lot of health regenerated. Who's it gonna be? Maybe that chip is enough, and both players are gonna be willing to just wait it out. It's gonna be close, and it's Spider-Man. I wonder if it's both healths combined or just the leading character health that's calculated when you do the timeout health check. Whew. Very close, and full-time match there. So let's see which of these players has the stamina to go all the way into the finals and face Mukku and the scary Shumagoroth there. Hoping to see the pink Shumagoroth in the finals, to be honest. Mukku, if you're listening, don't take the green one. Spider-Man has solid air throwing game. He's got a quite the large hitbox, so he's able to grab the character from pretty far away when he's up in the air for his throw. Mukku, happy to have you there in the chat, saying that you were confusing Ninja with Green, of course. Yeah, that's a nice mind trick to have ready for the finals. Now, the winner of this match is gonna be thinking of whether you're gonna be playing the green or the pink Shumagoroth, and while they're thinking about it, you can just go ahead and kick their asses while they're at it. Getting back to the game here for a second. Hulk doing some work here. And Ryu has his job cut out for him. No overhead there. And anti-kick. Not connecting. Oh! No punish. Actually too slow on the decision there. And Hulk able to recover and continue his offense. That's gonna be a long fight for Cyclops. Optic Blast beats the whatever it's called, Gamma whatever, where he throws up the rocks, so that's an interesting tech piece to see there. But Spider-Man will be able to win this on cheap damage, or a single super, or just a few normals, so gonna be a bit of an evil moment if the Versatile Ninja actually goes and picks up the win here. Fighting very hard for it though. The chip damage not doing enough. Optic Blast chip damage is though. Okay, but how long can you keep just spamming Optic Blast? Not very long. And that's a bit of a giveaway, or a bit of a gimme from the Versatile Ninja. Going into Optic Blast spam there. I get a random challenge here on the fight gate. I was wondering what the sound effect there is. Need myself into a way. Not gonna fight another player because I wanna see this final. So, Mukku's Maybe discover Chumakorath and Omega Red versus Yuki's Hulk and Spider-Man combo. Seeing as both players are either available in the voice chat side of things or on the Discord side of things on the Twitch, we should be starting immediately, and we are. Let's get ready to play the finals. And as it says there at the top, this is still best of 3, so no extra fighting. And we get the pink Shumi. Thank you, Mukku, for choosing the pink Shumakorath for your fight today. First hit for Omega Red there. No significant damage either way yet in the first 10 seconds. Spider-Man definitely hits. And the 4-hit Omega Strike combo connecting. That's pretty much the bread and butter for Mukku's Omega Red. 4-hit combo ending into the Omega Strike. Solid damage. Now, let's see if Shumakorath can actually get close enough to Hulk to cause some damage. The eyeballs there will be cleared away if you get a hit into Shumakorath. So, the projectile attack is a utility attack for Shumakorath. It's not a direct damage attack per se, it's not that much damage. And the huge reach of Hulk being his advantage there against Shumakorath. And now we see some corner pressure coming in from Hulk. On the open field, Omega Red has been doing well, and the Omega Destroyer, I think it actually hit at the very last attack frame, or the very few last attack frames against the Hulk's punish. So, just a little too eager there. Shumakorath posing just a little bit too long after the tag, and Spider-Man gives the punish out. This, I think, is the matchup of the tournament here. Shumakorath versus Spider-Man, Mokko and Yuki fighting it out. Let's see if he can get a combo in either way. Stance is in, let's see if he can get the Chaos Dimension finish. Shumakorath will want to move close, tried to grab there, couldn't get the grab in, and now he could. And that's the Chaos Dimension finish. It hurts very, very much. Hulk is still in very good condition. 5-hit Omega Strike combo there, bringing Hulk down to size. Can't afford to take an Omega Charge as Omega Charge as Omega Red here, so Hulk can easily kill from this health. The next cheap damage will also pretty much kill. Anti-air kick, a classic of the Kartapirtti Discord community. Daring to do anti-air low kicks in the finals is of course a sweet move. Time is running out, Shumi has to bring in the offense, which Hulk is able to punish. Solid play from Yukio. But Mukku was able to take Yukio 2-0 in the winner's bracket match earlier. Yukio not looking to give him the same satisfaction 2 times in a row, already taking up the first one. This is gonna be exciting for the end up here. 4-hit combo from Spider-Man. And the web swing being a difficult move to utilize. You can travel across the screen with it, but it's pretty easy to read out, it's a slow moving special. It's a bit of an air trick, if you will. And a nice tag there. Ground attack covered or jumped over by Shumakorath during his tagging, and the Chaos Dimension connecting, and it hurts like hell. Mukku has the advantage and he knows it, I think. Nice 6-hit combo there, but most of it is from the super. Maybe there was a normal punch and then it was continued by the super. Maybe that was an actual combo, not just a super with multiple hits. It's sometimes a very difficult to read out game. It being a very fast game, and for some people I suppose it being a pretty confusing game. I for one think that sprites are pretty easy to read, but the attacks are super fast and not very many frames at all. So pacing, janky animation, or what have you, make it a little bit of a difficult game to read. Omega Red getting low. Shumakorath will need to be doing a lot of work, I suppose. But I think it's time to tag Shumi in before Omega goes down. Now it's a time to tag. There we go. Stance in and Chaos Dimension in, and that's Hulk down, Spider-Man left. Mukku wants to bring this to an even 1-1, I suppose. Big hits from Spider-Man, and Shumagorath is almost at chip damage range. Maybe a super could chip him down. The normal web balls won't. A throw, obviously, is enough. No meter for either player. Now 1 meter for both players. Mukku takes it. Mukku takes it with his Omega Red, and now it's a 1-1 brand new game. Well, obviously the winner of this is gonna be our Grand Champion, winning his Orange Juice prize, or alternatively an awesome dinosaur toy from our brand sponsor Terveysä in India. Let's see who takes home the dinosaur toy. If you would like to win a dinosaur toy, join our Discord community. Hit me up on Twitter. Ooh, that's brutal. Spider-Man almost down. Omega Red actually getting, well, connecting with everything that he would want to ever connect. Yeah, can't stop blocking against the Omega Destroyer until it's completely finished. We saw that in the last game and we saw it here as well. That 4-hit combo connecting, even though there's armor on the first hit, it's gonna still combo into a 4-hit against Hulk. But Hulk can dish out damage against simple hits. Spider-Man coming out to let Hulk rest for a little bit, but that's not gonna be enough against the Guest Dimension. Shumi, looking for that Chaos Dimension finish, stands up, going for the grab. Combo, looking for a combo finish then, no. No Chaos Dimension yet. Tough spot for Hulk to be in. All that help on Mukku's side. Yeah, it was the first character and the first Omega Red versus Spider-Man that clinched the tournament. Congratulations to our grand winner Mukku. Taking home yet another tournament. Definitely a force to be reckoned with.